Hey guys, guess where I'm from? Does it give it away? Huh? 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 Why am I such a tourist? Hello and welcome back to my channel. One of the most frequent things that I get asked is, Stella, how do you still have hair on your head? Now, I'll be honest, I don't really know the answer to that question. However, I have some theories. Now, this theory is based on absolutely no proof, and I might be talking absolute horse hair. Hair can revive itself. It can be revived. Imagine you have a stone wall and you decide that this wall needs 27 picture frames hung up. So you drill 27 holes, you put in hooks, hung your paintings, whatever. And then you decide that, never mind, this was a horrible idea. So you take them all out, take all out the hooks, and then you're left with like a bunch of holes. What do? You bring plaster, you spread it, you fill it in, you cover it with paint, and bam, it looks good as new. That is my theory as to how we can fix hair. And here's where my weird theory stems from. I know I damaged my hair 1,010,000 times before. It feels like Barbie hair after it's been left out in the sun and we've tried to wash it and tried to detangle it, and it's just, oh, it just does not budge. And many people kind of stop at this point. However, what I've tended to realize is that with enough TLC and proper care and somewhat care and just a lot of attention to your hair, the hair does typically transform back into a relatively good conditioned state. It's done it to me. You guys can see it in all of my videos where there's actual movement in my hair, there's actual gloss to my hair, there's actual shine to my hair, and you guys have seen it also in its terrible state. And I don't do anything like wow to it. And it's not a new head of hair, and it wouldn't be a wig. So today we're gonna kind of explore that realm, and we're gonna see if we can get to that state in one day. Yes. This is my hair. I've dyed it many times recently, and I'll be honest, the bottom part of it doesn't feel too bad. I'll be honest. This part, it looks a bit weird, but I slept on it wet, so it doesn't actually feel terrible. However, this top bit up here, you can see that it's got no movement, it's got no life, it is just, wow, it is dead. This is not fringe. I did not cut this. That hair just broke off. Now, the first thing we need to tackle is the fact that my hair is super duper porous. When you chemically treat your hair, the cuticle of your hair has to be opened. The whatever goes in, the cuticle has to be shut again so that it remains nice, smooth, and shiny. Now, if you keep doing this over and over, or time and time again, or if you do it really brutally and everything, the cuticle does not close back down. It just remains open. That is where this coarseness comes from, and that is why a lot of the times, especially on bleached hair, dye falls out very, very quickly. That is how my hair can look very, very bright at times, and then a video later it looks just wow. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're going to try to minimize the porosity of our hair. So I have here the Olaplex number 3, which is called the Hair Perfector, and this is not a conditioner. This is sort of a treatment, but you don't put it on after shampoo, you put it on before shampoo. This is not a conditioner, it's a bond builder. So we're building the bonds back up in our hair, and we're trying to get rid of that porosity that is so present, especially in bleached hair. Leave on for a minimum of 10 minutes. First thing we need to do is dampen our hair. So I'm going to very quickly dunk my head in my basin, and we're going to wet it. Another thing that I'm going to be doing throughout this TLC hair revival sesh is I'm not at all going to be using hot water when I wash, rinse, wet my hair. Hot water fades color quicker, it opens up the hair cuticle. Let's apply. I didn't catch it. But anyways, let's apply stuff onto our hair. Yeah, you're not meant to brush wet hair. It is subject to a lot more breaking. I don't do anything by the rules, really. You're gonna basically start applying this in small amounts. You really don't need that much. It's a pretty like hardcore product. Wet look. So now we take our Olaplex number 3 and we're gonna start applying this into our damp hair. I did not expect that. This looks funny. just a bit more because my hair is, oh my god, bad. It does break like crazy. The funniest thing is that my hair isn't very damaged at the ends. The ends are actually quite good. It's mainly like the mid shafts that are like the worst. Bleached it once and then I let the roots grow out and then I bleached the roots and then accidentally went over the previously bleached bits. And now I wait 10-ish minutes. I'm saying 10-ish because it does recommend that if you want you can leave it more. Well, let's do it for like 12 minutes. Now it's time to rinse it off and actually wash it. I'm gonna do something that is like not exactly in the revival of things, but it kind of is as well. I'm actually going to go in with a blue shampoo. This thing is a living legend. It is the most pigmented blue shampoo out there. It is the Fanola No Orange shampoo. So it's also a slight dyeing product, and because my hair is kind of taking on a bit more of a green seaweedy color, if at least it doesn't really brighten up the blue, it takes away some of that green edge from it. The reason this doesn't really revive my hair is because blue shampoos or purple shampoos are actually harsher shampoos than regular ones. Because you're actually adding pigment into it, you're actually like opening up the hair cuticle even more. So this is kind of going against what I'm trying to do. Hopefully this thing will take care of the health aspect of our hair, and this thing will mildly, hopefully, take care of our color aspect. Rinse out this hair really quickly and then we'll get on with this thing. Okay, so my hair is dripping wet. That is not great. No! No orange shampoo. Let's do this. So not how you wash hair. I'm just doing this for visual representation. See how staining it is? It's already stained my hand blue. I'll be back. Bye. Okay, so I've just washed my hair and I've rinsed it. I've also managed to completely stain my shirt. Now it's time to the conditioning process. Taking care of your hair is kind of like baking. You get to put all sorts of fun ingredients into your recipe. I am going to put into my conditioning mixture practically all of the hair treatments that I own. Bleach London Reincarnation Mask. Next one that I'm using is this one. It is a treatment mask. By the way, I rarely ever just condition my hair. I always shampoo, towel dry, and then treatment mask. Treatment masks are considerably more hardcore than conditioner because they contain a lot less water. That is why a lot of treatment masks are very solid. They don't fall out of their tubs. That is why they are a lot more pricey. That is why they are often a lot smaller. The next thing I'm going to put in is the Nila Luminous Color Mask. Good chunk of that. The next mask I'm putting in is the Coco and Eve like a virgin mask. Yeah, 3 so far. I have this thing that's called a post-color keratin protection lotion. I think you're actually meant to put this after you've washed it. Finally, because I do want to kind of revive my hair color because it's turning very seaweedy, I'm going in with the Shrine Drop It. You guys have seen this also on my channel, and one of the things that it claims to be amazing at is if you want to revive your color, instead of using this as a dye, you can add this into your white conditioner and it'll tone your conditioner, which will in turn a bit tone your hair. Now we're going to apply this onto our end. We're going to leave it on for 30 minutes and then we're going to get on with our lives. Now, because I really want this to get deep into my hair, I'm gonna leave it on for 30 minutes. But when it comes to treatment masks, conditioners, things like that, you don't really have a limit. 30 minutes it is. The wash period of our hair is done. Now it's time for leave-in. Here are the 3 products that I typically go for. The Schwarzkopf BC Peptide Repair Spray Conditioner. This is going to go on first, and I like to go in with this kind of how I go in with my skincare, which is I start with the lightest product first so that it goes all over the hair and it goes all over and into all the pores. Well, not pores, into the cuticle. I wouldn't stop here because this is such a fine leave-in conditioner that I don't think it gives you that nice, like super luscious feeling. So this is the Olaplex number 6 even treatment of Olaplex. And because it's so thick, I like to mix in a bit of the HairFinity Nourishing Botanical oil. This is a very, very liquidy oil, but I do think it works wonders on wet hair to kind of give back that shine and that luster that typically damaged hair does not have. The next very important tip that I will give you is to not blow dry your hair. You're blowing out all the moisture that you just put into your hair, and especially when you do so with very, very high heat, it's bound to feel a bit drier. I'm gonna let this completely air dry because my hair is so porous and dry and damaged. It tries to hold on to every little bit of moisture, which means I probably have around 20 hours before it's like dry. And then I'll be back tomorrow to show you how I'm looking after all of this. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. I think it was Michael Scott that said that. I had to repaint my nails because I stained them so bloody badly. This is how I am looking. So my hair has completely air dried. It is no longer wet. It is dry, and ironically it looks exactly the same. But this is my hair where I've slept on it. It's super frizzy. It's not been styled yet. Of course, it's gonna look a bit whack. But the real test is going to be how it's going to look when I actually do heat style it and I actually do put effort into making it look good. That is what kind of exposes whether it's got any moisture and shine left in it or whether it's going to end up super dry and brittle like. Osis Heat Protection Spray Flatliner. Next, I'm going in with my sleek 2-inch iron. When I straighten my hair, I prefer to use a wider straightener simply because you get a lot more coverage in one go. So I'm going to bring it down to 390 Fahrenheit, which is, I have no idea in Celsius. 390. Anyways, let's straighten our hair and see what the hell our end result is. Okay, so I've just straightened all of my hair. So now I'm going to go in with a finishing oil. This is the Schwarzkopf Oil Ultimate Rose Finishing Oil. That is it. That is what I typically do. This was kind of an experimental video. I don't typically do all of this, but I kind of just put into video format all of the things that I typically would do when my hair is in like a more dire state. But I mean, this is how it looks. I'm not gonna say like it's like incredibly like astonishingly changed, but I do think it does look like it can withstand a few more hair dyings, a few more bleachings. It's thick, it's still on my head. I like it. I do like it. It's not frizzy looking, but I like it. I feel super cute. I feel like I'm finally looking a bit more put together. I definitely needed this kind of like a hair treatment because mama needed it. I like it. I like it. But anyways, let me know if you guys do any of these tricks. Let me know if you're going to be trying any of them. I'm going to be linking every single one of the products below so you can find them if you want to. Again, this isn't like a foolproof method. This was an experimental video on my part. I just wanted to see what happens when I did all of these things, and it works somewhat. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you'll give it a go, and I will see you in my next video.